Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first X and Y live narration. I've done a few of these in the past on previous generations. I did a few in 4th gen, a couple in 5th gen, but you know, I prefer the live setting, and I think that it's just a much more coherent way of getting thoughts across and talking about the battle, and it's just more preferable in general. And so that's what we have here. We have a live battle, this first one. Let me go check who this is against. This is a guy from Twitter. By the way, I should mention also, if you would like to battle me, I am going to be taking challenges on Twitter mainly, because there's not really any other place to go and get battles. And Twitter seems like the best one. And this is against Dranbakim17 on Twitter, so thank you for replying. I have quite a few requests actually, so we'll sort those out. But let's take a look at his team. Concalda, Vaporeon, Excadrill, Volcarona, Mega Gardevoir probably, and Garchomp. I'm thinking Garchomp's gonna be scarfed. Mega Gardevoir, we got bulky Vaporeon. I think he's got the special defensive Concalda, physically defensive Vaporeon. My team is comprised of, well, see, I'm having trouble kind of making a team these days. It's always something that I somewhat struggle with, because I don't really have the right amount of dudes to always keep things fresh and change them up, but I also, you know, it's hard to explain really. Like, I have a lot of different guys on my teams, or in my boxes, should I say. And a lot of them don't really mesh together that well. Like, I don't have solid teams, as it were. I began 6th gen pretty well with that Trevenant, Klefki, something else. There was another defensive thing in there. That team, that kind of combo. Anyway, what I decided to do was I'm going to run what I did in 5th gen, which is my Jellicent plus Heatran combo, which I really like using those guys together. They have fantastic synergy. The only issue with Jellicent Heatran is they're very weak to Rotom Wash, which is why I wanted something else to kind of go with the trio to deal with Rotom Wash. Perfect thing is Assault Vest Concalda. It can take Will-O-Wisp because of Guts. Assault Vest allows it to take all the hits, and it can, you know, get rid of the lefties, knockoff, whatever. It's great. Assault Vest Concalda is a fantastic thing for Rotom, so I brought that. And then the other three I've got are a Latios, and a Terrakion, and a Heliolisk. So we're going to see how that goes. But I have a nice matchup here. I was looking at his team. I thought that Jellicent, probably a good thing to lead off with. And I still have Taunt on this thing. I'm still undecided as to whether I want to keep Taunt or whether I want to forego it for Shadow Ball. We'll see how it goes. For the moment, though, against Excadrill, I think I'm going to want to... You know what? I forgot to take down his team. Man, I really should remember to do that. I should have taken a screenshot or something. That's fine. A lot of his dudes are physical, so I think throwing out Will-O-Wisp would be okay, but there is the potential of him going into his Concalda to take the Will-O-Wisp. So I'm a little bit wary of giving his Concalda a Guts boost. Also, if I go for School, there's the potential of me burning the Concalda, so I don't want to necessarily do that either. So what I will do, I think he's going to go to Concalda on Jellicent. So I'm going to try and be proactive and go into my Latios. Now, the good thing about Latios, aside from the fact that it's also weak to Shadow Claw, which the Excadrill might go for, although it's unlikely, is that it can avoid the Earthquake and also basically force the Concalda out because I have Psyshock, which will hit its physical defense, and I'm running Specs as well. So let's see if we get this right. I think he is going to go to Concalda. That would make the most sense. Let's see if we nail this. Gaudi, who is this? It is a Concalda. Excellent. So right off the bat, we're doing well. Got a nice prediction going there and put ourselves in a good position. Straight into Latios, and Psyshock is our modus operandi. God, classics, I should know the correct term. Question is, should I Psyshock? Because I can't quite remember if he has any dark types. Now, he has the Excadrill, the Concalda, the Garchomp, the Gardevoir. I can't remember the other two guys he has. This is why I should write things down. This isn't working out here. I think I'm just gonna be safe. I'm gonna be safe and go for Psyshock. We'll see how it goes, and we should be able to take this thing out in one hit, just because of the specs, and we're hitting the physical defense instead of the special. He's gonna be Assault Vest most likely. So yeah, that's good. So yeah, again, I'll point out that my Twitter is the best place to contact me for battles. I will, when I need one, just tweet and say, hey, I'm looking for a game. So if you would like to end up on a video against me, then that is a good thing to do. Definitely, most definitely. So, what's he going to switch to? He's going to Shiana, which is his Volcarona. That works out okay. No, I don't think Psyshock counts as a physically contacting move. I don't think so. Man, that thing didn't even have a focus sash. It literally just lived with a tiny, tiny nub of HP. Tiny nub. Ugh. Crazy. But we managed to take it out, actually. So that's fantastic. Volcarona's gone. That was one of his other guys. So now I remember. Okay, so Volcarona's gone, which means there's one thing I don't know. So we've got Gardevoir, Garchomp, Excadrill, and the other thing, Conkeldurr. So Garchomp, bringing it in like this, and the fact that he has Gardevoir, definitely going to be Scarfed. Definitely going to be a Scarfed variety. The question is he going to go for an Earthquake predicting Heatran? Because that's a very obvious switch. And Earthquake also actually covers Terrakion and Heliolisk. If he gets it wrong, however, it puts him in a terrible position because it means he's screwed. I think he is at a point where he is going to go for the Outrage. Man, I should have had a Fairy here. A Fairy would have been real nice. Togekiss, man, Togekiss is such a great thing for Garchomp. It's a really fantastic Pokemon to have against it. Problem is, if I go into Jellicent, then I'm going to take a huge hit, a really big den. But I am physically based, so I think I should be able to take 2. I should be able to take 2. Let's go into Jellicent. I think it's my best play here. And if I get it wrong, and he does something crazy, then... Oh, he's Dragon Claw. Okay, that's fine. So he's actually running Dragon Claw. That may signify that he's not actually Scarfed. Potentially here he isn't Scarfed and instead is running like a sub-variety with Swords Dance. In that case, I don't want him setting up. And I don't want him subbing on me, so Will-O-Wisp is a bad idea. I think Scald is probably the best play here. I could go for Taunt, because Taunt would mean that he can't Swords Dance behind a sub, but he would still have a sub up. So I think Scalding is a good plan. He can't switch an Excadrill on a Scald. He can go to Gardevoir, but there's the potential to get the residual damage with the burn. And Conkeldurr, again, Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr is the issue here. I think I'm going to pull the double, predicting Conkeldurr again, and I'm going to go into my Latios, because if he's Scarfed, he's not going to stay in Dragon Claw me, because he's going to get burned. If he isn't Scarfed, then he's going to switch it up to Earthquake or switch to Conkeldurr. I think we go back to Latios. Hopefully we make this right play. Yes, he did. Okay, he withdrew. This should work, I'm thinking. Okay, Excadrill. That's fine as well, because I do outspeed Excadrill. And I think I have Surf. Yeah, I have Surf, so I can easily finish Excadrill off. Latios is a huge, huge threat. With Specs, you can't switch a lot of stuff into it. It's very, very dangerous, so I feel like there's really no negative in going for the Surf. It's going to do a good amount of damage to anything, and I take out the Excadrill, which is fantastic. Man, I'm getting things right here, which is nice. I think the problem with streaming these games is I don't really... Like, I find it much easier to play better by articulating my thoughts out loud. And doing this really helps me play better, which is awesome, because it means, you know, I'm able to do well there. Okay, so he goes into Gardevoir. He's definitely going to go Mega on this turn. Now, the problem is I'm not sure what Gardevoir run. So he's Psychic Fairy, correct. Which means that actually my Heatran is a good switch because I do resist both of those. I can get up the Stealth Rock potentially and Toxic him. So I think Heatran is the best play here. We'll go to Heatran and we should be good to go. I hope so. Mega Gardevoir. It's dangerous. I think maybe like Hyper Voice with Pixelate is a thing it does. You know, let me just check. I think there's a pre-Smogon analysis. Let's Mega Gardevoir. Alright, what's he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna pull the double! What's he gone into? Has he predicted my Heatran? That was good. That was well played. Goes into Vaporeon, which actually isn't too bad for me, honestly, because Vaporeon getting Toxic is something I would really love to happen. So I think I might actually do that. I can't see anything on Mega Gardevoir here. Oh, there we go. No. Oh well, I guess I'll have a look later. I can't really find anything. So what I am going to do is I'm going to decide to So the question here is, do I want to be proactive and go straight for the Toxic, or do I want to try and get Stealth Rocks up? The problem with getting... Actually, there's no problem getting Stealth Rocks up now, because he can't spin them away anymore. His Volcarona is dead, though, so Stealth Rocks aren't a huge deal, because he has Garchomp, Vaporeon, Conkeldurr, Gardevoir. Garchomp, Vaporeon, Conkeldurr, Gardevoir. None of those can stop the poison, so I'm going to go for the poison. You know, he's not going to be able to actually do a huge amount to me with Scald, because I am Special Defensive Heatran. And I would much rather, you know, just get the Toxic off, take the hit, than anything else. And there you go, I take it really nicely. And the nice thing about Heatran is, being a fire type, it can't be burned by the Scald, which is an excellent thing. Question is, I think maybe I want to go for the Protect here, just to gain myself back a little bit of lefties before I switch. Might as well take advantage of that. And then if he switches on his own, then, you know, that's perfectly okay. I can Scout on the next turn. The one question is the Garchomp, because if it is running a subset, which I don't think it is, just based on the way that he was playing it earlier, I think he is going to be Scarfed. That, yeah, I can Protect and see what he locks himself into. And we can go from there. Awesome. So, things working out really nicely here. You know, that Vaporeon could have been a very good switch into the Latios on the Surf, which I'm not sure why he didn't do that. Maybe he isn't familiar with Latios, maybe he's new to this, I'm not quite sure. I mean, you know, judging the skill level of a person is a very different thing to battling. That doesn't sound quite right. I mean, like, first you have to judge how good the person is and what kind of moves they make before you start predicting yourself. But I kind of went against the grain there, just assuming that he knew what he was doing. And there you go. So he goes into Conkeldurr, probably wanting... I don't know what he was doing there. I guess he can take me on really well, though. Conkeldurr is a problem for me, no doubt about it. The thing that I'm thinking here, though, he's probably going to predict my switch into Jellicent to go for the knockoff, right? If I go to Terrakion and get this right, and he knocks me off and gives me the Justified boost, I'm Scarfed Terrakion with +1. No, I'm not Scarfed Terrakion, because then I won't have... If he knocks off my Scarf... If he knocks off my Scarf, I won't have the Scarf. But I'll have the +1. So the real question is, who doesn't really need an item the most? I think I'm going to Protect. I think that's the best play, just to scout him and see what he's thinking. If he's too threatened by Heatran and needs to go for the Drain Punch. Yeah, he's just going to go for the Drain Punch. The switch to Jellicent's really obvious right now. But he can just knock me off the next turn, so it's not actually a big deal. And plus, the thing is, like, Jellicent can't do anything to retaliate against him, so it's not like I'm in the best position, honestly. Question is, how much do I need Heatran? I've already got the Toxic off. You know, he has Garchomp, which is going to kill me. Conkeldurr's a threat to me. Vaporeon, I can't really do too much apart from Protect stalling on. And his final was Gardevoir, which actually I kind of do need Heatran for. But I do have Conkeldurr, who is going to... So my own Conkeldurr I don't think is actually going to be a big Pokemon for me this game. At least the rest of it. I think maybe I go into my own Conkeldurr, and we duke it out. Yeah. I'm going to do that, because I want to keep Jellicent, Heatran kind of alive, keep those guys kicking. We'll go into Conkeldurr of our own, and hopefully they'll do some stuff. So he's going to knock off this time, which is fine, because honestly, the only special thing he has left is Vaporeon. And so... No, he has Gardevoir, but it doesn't matter anyway. I'm not going to live a Psychic from Gardevoir, so... I'm going to go for the knockoff of my own. I just want to get rid of his Assault Vest. Makes him easier to kill, and also if he goes into something... Gardevoir. He's going to go into Gardevoir. Knockoff will still do decent because it's neutral, and I have a lot of attack power. So if he does want to make the Gardevoir switch to stop losing an item... Look at that. It's like one Conkeldurr. That split screen, it looked like he had like one Conkeldurr slab block down the middle. That was funny. Alright, so he's just going to Drain Punch. That's perfectly okay with me. because now that he's much more at my mercy, it means that after my Conkeldurr goes down, I can definitely make a switch into Latios, who will threaten the entire team. Psyshock is going to demolish stuff. Nothing is going to take that, because Gardevoir can't really switch in because it's going to be hit physically. Should be in a good position here. Should be in a good position. Conkeldurr, look at those slabs! Man, I should have got this Conkeldurr nicknamed, because I like that nickname of slabs that I had in 5th gen. Man, God, it's so powerful. So bulky. See, this is a situation where... Ah, okay, so he predicted me to switch. This is actually a situation where being slower is better with Drain Punch, I feel. Oh, God, no. He's... Speed Ties. Unlucky there. If I'd won the Speed Tie, that would have been real nice. Not that it matters, though, because I am threatening him greatly with the Psyshock, and he's going to have to be forced to switch into something, so... Let's go. Good. Great Latios again. Good buddy, our good pal. Smash a Psyshock. I do also have the option of tricking as well. So if we ever get into a situation where it's one-on-one with Vaporeon, I trick it a Specs. It's as good as done. Good as done. Psyshock should do over half. Just over. See, this is a little bit of a tight thing to call, but the thing is, I don't feel like Vaporeon really threatens me necessarily. Ice Beam isn't going to do a huge amount, so I am just going to stay in Psyshock. I just want to push here and try and wear him down to the point at which I can bring in Latios later and just clean up. And the good thing about that is I have Heatran, so I can bait Garchomp into Earthquaking and force that thing if it ends up being the last thing to be stuck. Because Garchomp, inevitably, being Scarfed, you know, is going to have to make a choice at some point, whether it's going to lock itself in on Outrage or Dragon Claw or Earthquake or whatever. And so if I have both Latios and Heatran alive, it means that he has to, you know, make one choice or the other. Most likely going to be Dragon Claw because he can't hit both with Earthquake. And it means that Heatran will be able to win in that situation. Hopefully, anyway. Oh, very close. And he's going to go for the Wish. But the thing about wishing, of course, is he can't... So he can protect here, but he's still being worn down by the Toxic. So, overall... Oh, he's dead. That Wish is gone. I'm pretty sure that by 6th gen mechanics, once your Pokemon who used Wish is dead, you can't get it on the next turn. I think it disappears. At least that's what I'm currently aware of. Should be the case. Should be the case. I'm hoping so, anyway. Otherwise, I'm going to look like a dummy here. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. Alright, in comes the Gardevoir. It's definitely going to go Mega. Most definitely going to go Mega. And we're going to switch. And our best thing, again, is Heatran. So, let's go back into Carl. Good old Carl. The Heatran. He's a good guy. Very good guy. Alright, what are we going to see here? Gonna go Mega, okay. Again, I haven't checked out Mega Gardevoir's arsenal. Oh, it's a shiny one. Shiny, because it's in the funeral dress. Shadow Ball, okay. So, I mean, yeah. That's not going to do a huge amount, even though I don't resist it anymore. I am a special defensive Heatran, as we have reiterated once again and again and again. And the best thing on Gardevoir, I mean, I don't see the point in Stealth Rock at this point. It's so late in the game. But the question is he going to substitute? Because if he substitutes, I could be in a little bit of a situation. So I'm going to Lava Plume this turn, because I don't want him subbing on a Toxic. That would be a horrible situation to be in. And also, if he goes into Garchomp, there's the... Actually, did I Toxic the Garchomp? Can't remember. But if he isn't Toxic, there's the chance of me getting the burn with the Lava Plume. It's basically Scald, so... You know how that works. No, I didn't Toxic it. Okay, so there's a chance of me getting the burn here, which would be really, really nice. Hope I can pull that off. Maybe, maybe, maybe? No, not quite. Almost. I like how I say almost as if I knew the RNG and its tipping point. Okay, so we'll protect here. Hopefully he is Not scarfed. There we go, okay. I mean, hopefully he is scarfed. So he's locked into the Earthquake. So we can safely go into Latios. Unless, okay, so if he's played this well, then hats off to him. But I'm pretty sure that he's scarfed. So we can make the switch to Latios. If he isn't, then, well, bravo, sir. Bravo. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. Now we're in a position where we are faster than him. If he isn't, which he is. I keep going back and forth like this, you know. I'm like, but what if he isn't? But yes, he is. But what if he isn't? Yes, he is. You know, it's stupid. Draco seems like a good play, but he has Mega Gardevoir, so it isn't at all a good play. I think Psyshock is what we're going to want to go for here. It's stab. It's going to do the most damage. It's resisted by Mega Gardevoir, yes. Persephone, that's a good name. That's a good name. Why does the Gardevoir not have any damage done to it? Did I not hit it? No, I didn't, because he switched into Garchomp, that's why. Yeah, and as you can see... Oh, he doesn't resist Psychic Fairy. He should resist it, shouldn't he? He should resist it. Am I being an idiot? No, yeah, it does. It says it's not very effective. I guess I just missed the text first time around. Man, Latios MVP. Doing real well. Kicking it. Kicking it. I like this setup I've got at the moment. It seems like a good, rounded, you know, defensive core with some huge threats on the offensive end. Now, we, you know, this thing is going to have to lock itself in on a move. We'll go back to Heatran because he's probably going to go for the Outrage. Most likely. What is his last? Garchomp. Is this his last? Oh, we went for Earthquake. Okay. Fair enough. That's perfectly fine by me. Fair enough. Because I do have Scarf Terrakion, who I can go into. And I also have Jellicent. I'm going to go and make the defensive switch to Jellicent. But, you know, I guess well played going for the Earthquake there. He did have to make kind of the end game decision there. What is his last? I keep forgetting. It just keeps falling out of my brain. The Vaporeon, Excadrill is dead. I killed the Gardevoir. I killed the Volcarona. So he's got Garchomp and Wunomoro thing, which I can't remember. I'm just going to Scald. Just going to go for the Scald. Gaudy. Oh, right! Conkeldurr. Of course it's Conkeldurr. Duh. I mean, come on, guys. Got a crit and a burn, which is nice. To some degree. It's not the best thing. But the good thing is, with Jellicent being Ghost, even though I can't really do a huge amount to him, I'm just going to stay in and Scald. Because he can't get HP back from Drain Punch. It's better that I just stay in here and sacrifice Jellicent to knock off. Or even just kill it with a Scald. That too. That works. I thought that maybe it wouldn't take it out just because the crit damage before, but crit mechanics have changed, so crits are much less in line. They're much more in line with normal damage. So, and now he has to choose Dragon Claw, Earthquake. He can't go for Earthquake. He's going to have to go for Dragon Claw. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp, and we should be shutting this down. I can bring in my Terrakion, Scarfed, and just smash him with a close combat. We should be good there. Should be good. Okay. But yeah, at least he kind of made one play at the end to come back into it. Actually put me in a little bit of a bad situation losing Heatran, because it meant that at the end I do have to rely on Scarf Terrakion, as opposed to anything else. So we're going to burn him here. And then I'm just going to pull a switch straight to Terrakion, because I can take a Dragon Claw. I don't want to finish this game quicker. I want to just get it done. So I'm not really going to take any damage from a Dragon Claw and switch in, and I can just go for a close combat. And after the burn from this turn, I should be able to do it. If not, hey, I can bring back Jellicent and just, you know, just do it slowly. Slower death. Slower death indeed. But this was good. Yeah, this was a fun team to use. I enjoyed using this. Really did. Really did. So I'm probably going to do it in future again. Maybe continue this rolling on with some of these teams. I also like the fact that doing live battles, and I mentioned this in the battle spot on the spot video, that it's less time because I'm doing all the work at once as opposed to taking the time to do the battle and then taking the time to do the narration. It's all rolled into one. Requires little editing, and it's a good way of dealing with this stuff. So okay, that's going to finish the game. Close combat will take out Garchomp from that range. Rough Skin's going to hurt me a little bit, but matters not. Terrakion still stays alive, and we have taken the game. So that was a really fun thing. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely make sure, if you want to have a battle against me, follow me on Twitter. I will tweet whenever I need one, and I'll just I'll just save it just in case. Yeah, tweet me, at LordMBZ is my handle. You can leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. It's my first X and Y live. I'd really love a huge amount of support from you guys. If you prefer this to the standard normal narrations, or if you want to see those more, let me know in the comments. I want some feedback from you guys, and certainly leave a like if you enjoyed. That is absolutely fantastic. So I'll see you guys in the next one of these, whenever those happen to be. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.